the most important resources in the Battle Cats is XP, as you need it to level your units and unlock their new forms. It's not a rare resource since every stage in the game drops it, but seeing as there are hundreds of units in the game, you'll need a lot of XP and you'll need to get it quickly. In this video, we'll show you easy ways to get XP in the early, mid, and end game, so that you will never run out of it. Some of these methods even help get leadership so you can keep grinding. And in case you do run out, make sure to check out our cat energy guide linked right here. With that being said, let's talk about the early game methods. The period of the game where XP is the most important resource. Your objective here is to get the XP passively while grinding important stages, as you have a low energy cap and you shouldn't waste all your energy grinding for XP stages. The first XP method I'll recommend is grinding Empire of Cats and Into the Future. You might be confused by this method, since this is what you're already doing. But because of the new dojo stages, you can get tens of leaderships really easily, so you can grind Empire of Cats and Into the Future way more freely. Not to mention, certain stages Into the Future have time scores that give tens of thousands of XP, and the treasures will allow you to progress much more smoothly. The second XP method is one of the best ones for those who don't have much energy. SOL is the main activity you have to deal with after you finish Empire of Cats and Into the Future, and is surprisingly energy efficient, because every time you beat a chapter, you get one leadership, seeing as the total energy cost for SOL chapters is around 700 to 800 energy, and assuming you have around 600 max energy, that means you can beat a lot of stages and get 500,000 XP pretty easily, while only using around 100 to 200 energy if you beat every single stage first try, which is pretty easy to do for the first 13 chapters or so of SOL. While I wouldn't recommend it at all, the 30 cat food you get from each chapter can also function as a leadership, so you can actually gain energy while grinding SOL. Next up, we have the XP/weekend stage event, which appears every weekend for 2 hours, every weekday in the morning and evening of your time zone. These stages were actually buffed in a recent update, and now cost less energy and give you more XP, meaning they're more efficient. In order to get to the insane stage, which is the one you want to farm if you need XP desperately, you'll need 750 energy, plus 300 for the initial stage. Since you also got a leadership for completing this event, the first time you clear it basically only costs around 450 energy, and you get a whopping 1.6 million XP from it, assuming you use cat shops and watch an ad when you clear the last stage. And this is without taking the bonus XP you have a chance to get in mind. Grinding the last stage alone rewards more than 840k XP with the cat shops and ad for only 300 energy. The energy reduction down to it is so busted, it made the stage actually more efficient to grind than XP Megablitz, which rewards more than 1 million XP but for 500 energy instead of 300. Do note, however, you should clear XP Megablitz at least once, for the leadership making your clear free. The fourth method, and by far the simplest, is Dojo. If you can clear rank 4, you can get a total of 280k XP, and since every stage in Dojo costs 0 energy, it's also free. It is one time though, so you know. Before we move on to the mid-game section of the video, I just wanted to thank you guys for continuing to support our channel. The remastered trade series is going better than ever, and we can't wait to share our new exciting projects with you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe, so you can keep uploading the most up-to-date guides. Moving on to the mid-game, things get spicier. There are now many different types of XP stages to grind, including Colosseum, Bonanza, Merciless, and early Yule stages. By now, you should have an energy cap of around 800 to 1k, meaning you can easily farm early SOL stages at higher magnifications. But you also probably have plenty of leaderships, meaning efficiency starts becoming a bit less important. Let's start with what is by far the best XP stage, Archfiend's Temptation, the last stage in XP Bonanza. This one will probably require you to beat the Aqua Realms, so go ahead and do that if you haven't already. With a treasure radar and a cat shops, you can get upwards of 5 million XP for only 500 energy, blowing the competition out of the water. But this stage has a couple problems, mainly being that it's only available for 3 hours every week and only clearable once per day, meaning you can only get that sweet 5 million XP once per 2.33 days on average. Instead, you have two options, being Sweet XP and XP Coliseum. While Sweet XP is still the most efficient stage on average, with around 280k XP per 100 energy, opposed to 240k in XP Coliseum, you should still grind XP Coliseum if it's the best XP stage you can play during the day, so you can get more XP from the XP ads. In addition, grinding Sweet XP over and over again can get tiring, especially because you don't need that much XP in the mid-game, so XP Coliseum just makes more sense. Finally, if you're rich, you can spam treasure radars on XP Coliseum and make way more XP than Sweet XP will ever get you. Finally, you have UL, which is similar to the SOL method from before because it also gives you powerful legend units, but it is slightly harder to progress in. It costs slightly more energy and gives around 150k XP per stage, which makes it a fine choice if you don't have 10 Ubers to level up to 30 ASAP. Now we have made it to the endgame, where XP is the least important and easiest to get. ZL stages give upwards of 250k XP per clear, and while there are no new XP stages to grind, there is one extremely whaley way to get a bunch of XP. If you got a super high level Yukimura, you can rush XP Coliseum and beat it in a matter of seconds by cheesing the stage and clearing it because the bosses actually get time spawn. With this method, treasure radars, catch-ups, speed-ups, the XP up combo, and golden CPUs, you can get around 100 million XP, which is the max amount you can have in 13 minutes, which is absolutely insane. Of course, this method takes a lot of preparation and probably your mom's credit card, but with it, you will never run out of XP ever again.